Brittany, and today's video I'm here with my younger brother Jonathan.
Hi again.
This is like Brotherin week on my channel. When Tristan was on my channel, he called himself a Brotherin because you know how I call my viewers Brotherins. Yeah. So Jonathan, you guys know he comes with me on a lot of my ghost hunts, and our most recent one, well, it was actually in May. Actually, no, it's not our most recent one. It was in May. We went to the Gettysburg Hotel. So I get so many questions about kind of the behind the scenes experiences that Jonathan and I had. So we decided to sit down and tell you guys about our scary, haunted hotel experience.
I thought for a second you were gonna go scary.
But true. Also too, Jonathan has his own channel, so I will leave his link down below. What is your channel?
It's Cruising with Crab, and what I do is, I'm kind of doing a bunch of things right now. I'm still developing the channel, but I've been doing it since January. So it's been almost 8 months now, hasn't it?
Yeah. So let's talk about our experience at the Gettysburg Hotel, which is an extremely haunted hotel, as you guys can see in my videos. I'll also leave all of those videos down below too if you haven't seen them yet, but majority of you guys have. They've been doing really well, so I'm really happy about that. So I wanted to bring Jonathan with me and our dad with us as well, and it's always been our dad's dream to go to Gettysburg, so he was really happy to jump on board with us and come, so it was a good experience. So when we got to the hotel, I met up with the manager and we had a little meeting of what I was going to film and how many nights. So the manager was telling me all about the experiences that people have had, how many ghost hunting teams have been there, what the most haunted rooms are. So he gave us the keys to the rooms, which I was not expecting. So I was like, whoa, thank you.
They were super nice too.
You know, they were super nice, and I was honored that they allowed us to stay in those rooms. We stayed in 3 rooms in total. So, well, 2 were the haunted rooms. Then we also went to the ballroom.
The actual room that we all stayed in.
Yeah, exactly. So we got the keys to the rooms, and the first room that we stayed in was the room where the Union soldier Jack has been spotted, and it was recently, like a week prior to us checking in. There was a couple staying in that room, and they saw a woman walk by. They saw the soldier standing in the corner of the room. So I was like, yes, I want that room. So they gave us the keys to that room. So Jonathan and I stayed in that room. Was it that night or the night after? I think it was the night after. So when we walked in that room that night, it was a different vibe.
Oh, immediately. But when we walked in there, this is coming from, you can talk about your experience and I can talk about mine, but it just, you know, we didn't feel like there was an evil presence because there's no one that's evil there. Thank goodness. No. It's just, you just felt like something was watching you. It felt very eerie.
Jonathan and I actually fell asleep in that room. We don't know how, but we took a nap and we fell asleep, and we woke up exactly at 3 a.m., which is dead time, known as the spiritual hour, the haunting hour, the devil's hour. I remember when, before we took that nap, I was walking over to my laptop that was on the desk, and I felt like something touched my ankle, but it almost felt like a hair or something fell, like a hair extension, even though I don't wear hair extensions anymore. But that's what I'm trying to explain the feeling.
Oh, you had that feeling?
Remember I told you?
I had a hand that touched my ankle.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is, I didn't tell Jonathan. I just thought like maybe a piece of hair came off my head and like fell. I know it's
so weird.
So when we woke up at 3 a.m., what did you tell me?
If anyone's ever been in a hospital or you wake up or something, and this Rachel was a nurse. Yeah. And it was almost like a nice way. You know, when you wake up in the morning, it's like, hi, did you just, like, they don't actually say that way, but it's like a nurse reassuring, like, hey, like, are you okay? Like, do you need any more, food, or do you need a doctor? Like, that's how, I've waken up from surgery before, and that's how I took it as that experience. Was I felt like I woke up from waking up from, like, in the hospital, and ironically, Rachel, and that's what freaked me out. But
there was
like no one hovering me over, like, nothing like that.
No, we never saw anything. But we kept imagining. If you guys saw the episode from Scary But True, the Condi ghost, I made a video about Condi too. Yeah. We kept picturing.
Oh, Condi! Oh my
gosh, she looks like Samora Morgan. She looks like Amelia, who's right behind you. I know.
Like hovering, but she's like all blurry and stuff.
And that's what freaks us out, is because we put these thoughts into our heads. We imagine what the spirits look like, and they don't look like that. So that was the first night. The second night, we went into the room known as the Rachel room, where Rachel has been spotted the most.
Yeah.
When we first walked into that room, it was a different vibe. Like, we just were freaking ourselves out because, like I said, we just picture Samara Morgan, Ringu girl, Samara from Ringu. Like, we picture the worst spirits, so we freak ourselves out. And Rachel does not even look like that. So, like, I hope she wasn't offended because we're just like, oh my god, because we were talking, like, what if Samara comes out of the wall or comes out of the TV or something? Remember when, and I'm really mad about this, but Jonathan knows this and he swears to God, he swears on his life, you swear on your life, right? About what we're about to say?
Yes.
Okay. It did not pick up on my camera. When we were doing the spirit box in the Rachel room, Jonathan asked Rachel how old she was. And what came through the spirit box was a young woman's voice, and she said 24. And we both looked at each other, we heard it, it did not pick up on my camera, I'm so mad about that, but she said 24. Earlier, well, the night before, I did the interview with Steve, and he told us in the interview that Rachel is like 24, 25, maybe like even 26. So it was weird. I thought that was really weird.
Well, we also, if you go on, when Brittany did all her videos, I also did videos myself. My first time ever doing paranormal, I just thought, hey, I'll do it. And when I was filming it on my camera, you can hear 24.
You heard it on your video?
You can hear 24.
Oh, I have to go watch that.
Yeah. It's easier for us to hear because we were actually experienced and stuff.
Yeah.
But I had to I listened to it a few times to make sure, like, that's what she says. And I keep hearing you on mine. I had to cut it out so many times.
What?
You're just like, oh my god.
So Jonathan and I, you guys remember in our Rachel room video, and I'll leave everything down below. How many times have I said that? I'm always saying I'll leave my video down below if you haven't seen it already. But we decided to take my notebook, my pen, and write a note to Rachel. But hey, I thought it was a cool technique. It's something we saw on Scary But True, and we're obsessed with Scary But True and like scariest places on earth. And John is obsessed with Chillingham Castle too. I took that writing the note to Rachel from Scary But True, and me and Jonathan, remember we put the note on the table? Yeah. We were just watching it. We're like, oh my god. When we woke up the next morning, we looked at each other. I'll get to that in a second. Hold on. When we woke up, we were like looking at each other like, I don't want to look at the note. What if it says something like, get out? I know, remember?
Get out of here. You're not supposed to be there. Get out now. Get out of here.
That's a ghost that sounds like Arnold that we saw on Creepy Canada, was it?
Creepy Canada. Oh god, remember the terrible reenactments? The second night to me, I think, was worse because keep in mind, you know, when you usually do experience like that, you're like, oh, okay, we're done. I remember when we woke up the next morning, let's get out of here, and Brittany's like, John, you know we're doing the second night tonight too, and I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, so at first I was like, oh great. So it was like 2 nights in a row we had to do that. The second night though, I kind of just, I didn't go kooky, but I started to get really paranoid.
Oh, sorry, not to interrupt. Remember we were like on the street, and that it was where all those ghost tours are, and people are like, do you want to come on a ghost tour? It's the scariest one in town. Me and John are like, no, what we're doing tonight is the scariest thing in town. I don't know how we fell asleep in the Rachel room either.
I don't know either.
We will never be able to explain how we fell asleep in both of these rooms, but it was like 5 a.m. and like I said, my dad, he came on the trip with us because like he's obsessed with Gettysburg. That's like his long life dream, and he had a blast. It was awesome. So it was really nice to kind of see him enjoy it. So it's 5 a.m. and I hear Jonathan's phone ringing, and you know when you're in that kind of awkward state between being awake and asleep, but it freaked me out because for some reason, I thought it was the hotel calling Jonathan's phone and trying to
have my phone.
I don't know, but I thought they were trying to warn us like to get out of there because like I thought they were gonna tell us like demons took over the hotel. Remember I said that? I'm like, what's happening?
Imagine they're calling. Hey, you guys, the roof.
I know. That's what I thought because your ringtone is so weird. Like it freaks me out.
Which one is that? Is it
I don't know, but it just.
It's not the Qatar one, is it?
No, I don't know, but it freaks me out.
It was the alarm then.
Was it your alarm?
Is it? No, because Dad, you're gonna get into that.
Okay, Dad okay, I don't know, but whatever, your alarm, your ringtone, it freaked me out. So I remember I couldn't even move and I was paralyzed.
Yeah.
And you didn't get it. You didn't answer the phone at first.
I was still I was freaking out.
But I thought you were thinking the same thing.
You know how I
thought we were to run out of there.
I don't know how you woke up that night, that morning, but we woke up at 5 in the morning, and how, you know, you wake up, you're just like that. I remember my head. I was like dying of heat because I had the covers over my head the entire
and the pillows.
And I had a pillow in my face. I felt more safe having my eyes shut in that room. Like, of course we were gonna sleep eventually, but just God, waking up, that was just, I wanted to get out of that room because it was just,
I know,
it was so weird. And then also in our head was that note, if it was written, like, it's not written, it says, "Get out of here. That's supposed to be here. Get out of there." There's like Arnold Ghost. No, there's no Arnold Ghost there.
This is the weird show we watched. It sounded like Arnold the Ghost. But I thought it was like some demons were taking over. Like, it scared me. But then he answered the phone and it was my dad. And what did he say?
Well, one thing about our dad is he never gets scared. Like, never.
Also, too, I said this in our video, our dad is a skeptic. A bit of a skeptic.
Yeah.
So
he's always been like that way.
So for him, so okay, go.
Well, no, as Brittany says too, he's always been like that. So, but the thing is, what freaked me out, and that's one of the reasons I wanted to get out of that room, was when he called me. Brittany's like,
Is that the demons took over?
You do like the Buster Baxter scream. If you guys remember the show Arthur? I always call her Buster Baxter scream, and then I always call her DW. We wake up, and what scared me the most was our dad.
He was scared.
Remember, our dad got up because he had to, like, he did something. I guess he had to use the washroom, and he went back to his bed, and then he saw a decomposed body
beside him in his bed.
He got back in his bed. Yeah, sir. He got back in his bed.
Yeah.
And then he just slowly saw it was like an older person, like someone who just died in the hospital.
And it was a woman, I think he said.
It was weird, but it didn't turn his head, like, I don't know if it was like the exorcism.
And there was a sheet on him, or on the body, and it was decomposing. So he called Jonathan's phone. I guess my phone died.
He was scared on the phone. That's what freaked me out, and then Brittany kept going,
I said, what's happening? Because you weren't telling me, because I thought it was demons taking over the hotel, and you wouldn't answer
I still had my heads up like covered. I didn't want to move, but like, I'm like, Brittany, we're getting out of here. I
wish I filmed all of this. But then remember, I was like, wait, we have to check the note to see if she wrote anything.
Oh, yeah.
So then we're both laying in the bed, looking over at the table that's over there.
I made her get up. I'm like, I'm not checking.
I was gonna do it, but I was terrified, so I was like making my way over, and I was like, oh crap, I hope she replied. I'm gonna freak out if she replies. There was no reply, and I just like took the paper and I turned around and showed John. I didn't even say anything, just wanted him to read. Did you think that something was written on it?
Well, at first, because Brittany does this thing when she walks up to something, not even on camera, she'll just be like.
Every time I'm in a horror movie,
and I'm like, what did you see? Oh, there's nothing. I'm like, what was that? She does like this dramatic like look. She starts walking. I'm like, what? Oh, nothing. Just like, okay.
But then we were terrified. I've never seen us pack so fast in our lives. Like, I know. It was like somebody pressed fast forward. Like, that's how fast we were going, and we ran out there. Remember we opened the door and it like hit the wall because we opened it so fast? Oh shit, it was so loud. And we ran down the hall. People were probably thinking, like, in the other rooms, what's going on? Like, people probably thought we saw a ghost. We never saw anything, then we went up
stuff, but it was
it was weird. But then we ran down to our like actual room where our dad was. And remember, we walked in, all the lights were on. Like, he was scared and he was awake. We're like, oh, you saw a ghost? Like, you're never scared. He's like, I'm not scared. Remember, he was sitting there.
He won't, and that's when we found out. Okay, he was really
was
scared.
Telling us.
I thought it was like a prank. He was trying to pull us.
No, he was scared. Okay, just kind of rewinding. The first night when we were staying in our actual hotel room, I was nice enough. We stayed in like a nice suite, and I was nice enough to give Jonathan and my dad the actual bedroom. So there was 2 beds. I'm like, you guys can just have that. I'll just sleep on the couch that folds out into a bed. So that night, I was really scared. Remember, I slept with the lights on in like my half of the suite, and my nose is so itchy. Ugh. Anyways, it was probably about midnight. Jonathan was sleeping, and all of a sudden, I hear my dad. He gets up and he's like, a soldier! And I'm like, what? He's like, Brittany. So if you can imagine in your head, I see a door, because I'm like laying there like shivering, and I see a door and it's pitch black where Jonathan and my dad are in the bedroom. All I hear is this voice coming from the dark going, Brittany. So I'm like, what? He's like, I saw a soldier run through the wall. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So I get up, and my dad's in his bed like this. Jonathan was sound asleep. Remember I told you the next morning? He was passed out. So he saw a soldier like charging and it went through the wall. Each night when we stayed in the haunted rooms, we would go down to the front desk and we would tell the manager, we would tell everybody that works there, like, our experiences, and they listened and they were just like, yeah, like, we hear that all the time. So that was kind of confirmation for us. We're just like, we're not crazy. Yeah, so we had a great time. Like, we ate at the Abraham Lincoln restaurant, like, every single day.
Well, we had, what was our hotel we were at?
I know, it's at the hotel. It's called the One Lincoln. I always got the Abraham Lincoln meatloaf. That was good. But we hope you guys enjoyed our kind of behind the scenes experience that we didn't put in our video, or my video, and then Jonathan also has footage on his channel, so make sure to subscribe to him. Like I said, I'm going to put all of his links in the description box. Also, too,
what?
I meant to mention my hair, because I haven't seen my new hair in this video. Now, it's like off topic, it was purple at the ends, but it turned blue. I mean, I still love it.
No, it looks cool, actually.
I look like Joker. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you rock my world, and the song lyrics of Michael Jackson. He likes Michael Jackson too. Like I told you, we come from a Michael Jackson family. Tristan, we talked about Michael Jackson to Tristan. Yeah. Tristan says he loves Michael Jackson. Doesn't seem to matter.
From the beginning, he's like,
oh, boom,
don't you judge my composure.
Hashtag Team Birdie44. Hashtag Borilorins. Hey. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. That's what I do.
That's what you learned. It's so weird filming.
I know.